When last we left our adventurers in the sleepy town of Bleakstone, after making their way back to the surface, after having failed to apprehend Saladin, and after recovering from their wounds, of course, our group set out to search the surface for areas he might have emerged from, with numerous hunters scouring the lands for the elusive Saladin, and with many and with a bit of trepidation in their hearts. They eventually went to their friend Noose, who was able to use his powers of divination to point them in the direction of Old Bleakstone, a town under heavy quarantine, where the local hunters refused to slay the infected. After a very harrowing encounter with an elderly tabaxi armed with a Gatling gun, then they managed to gain entry to the town. And as we rejoin our adventurers, you're all walking along the rooftops, making your way across to the tower to presumably enter the small settlement in this part of town. You keep looking down at the beasts wandering the streets, the sealed streets of the city, and thankfully the gunfire has stopped, making your trek a bit easier. And is there anything you guys are doing during this, or?
So, had you all actually gotten to the tower yet, or did we cut to black before that?
I was heading back from the tower.
Yes.
So, and it sounds like we're just jumping ahead a little bit. By the way, I don't know if you ever did this, but did you give Noose that healing potion that Rallis was given?
No.
Because Rallis was gonna give that to him because he was, I'm assuming, nearly dead.
Well, at this moment, he's still nearly dead, apparently.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
So, did Noose take it, or did he tell him not to? Or did he refuse the potion?
He refused the potion.
Okay, well, you never told me what that potion was, so I'm going to have to ask you what type of potion it was. I just know it was a really big one. So let me find Doralis's sheet. Yeah. It's in the back here.
I just shot you, but here's a potion. It should make it all better.
No, I'm good. Okay,
As you return to Noose, you see him just sort of like stitching up his wounds and slowly but surely standing back up, seemingly somewhat recovered. You offer him the potion and he just like...
Oh yeah, Vincent helped patch him up, or tried to.
How big of a potion is it?
2d8 plus con.
Okay.
Oh, so just call me Vincent.
Or, sorry, Van. My bad.
please. Vincent is my Christian name.
Ah, yes, Vincent Van Gogh,
Nice.
the world's greatest blood painter.
Vincent Van Gogh. Go to hell.
Who has the highest con mod?
Not me, I don't think.
I have a con mod of 2.
Let me see.
It's probably going to be Rallis then.
Mine is +3.
+2.
It's Rallis. Okay, I got a +4.
Guys, my AC is 12. Help.
Yeah, but that's based off dex.
Yeah. I'm just very easy to hit.
Do you use your dex or your strength to fight?
I use my wisdom to fight.
So, no. So you don't. Anyway.
I get to add wisdom to my hits with Shillelagh.
So we're in a smallish, kind of townish settlement.
Well, he asked
hold
if
out.
we wanted to do anything while walking back.
I guess I'll ask, would the walk there constitute a short rest?
Sure.
It is the warlock's job to ask every time, is it a short rest?
Do you guys want to heal a little bit with your hit die?
Yes, please. So,
Okay.
You get as many hit die as level you are. I don't know if... I think both of your multi-classes are the same hit die.
Yes,
But if
mine
they're
are.
different, I don't know how that would equal out.
Artificers and rogues, I think, are the same.
Yeah,
so
they
I
should
get
both be D8.
7.
I think we're all 1d8 except for Alice.
It would be 7 plus your con mod, if you rolled a 7.
Oh, excuse me.
And you can roll as many as level you have, but you only get half of your hit die back at when you take a long rest.
Okay.
And that's half your maximum. So if you have 7, I believe it rounds up. Is it round up or is it like interchangeable where it rounds up one time and then rounds down the other time? I think it's that way.
That sounds right.
We never, it's never a thing where, oh, hey, we have a hit die, we're going to take a short rest, and then the next time we take a short rest and use it every single time. It's always been, hey, we've had like 16 long rests in between the last short rest we had. So we've never had to learn it. Except for Morgan's campaign where we were constantly out of hit die.
So do you add con to each die?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Okay, so...
Alright, start
Sorry.
again then.
okay, so I've used 3 of my hit die and heal.
You healing at all, Neon?
For
yeah, I
23.
healed up.
Okay.
Took 3 of them to get me back up. I had a total of 5. Or at least when I made this. I guess we have 7 now.
Yeah, it would be based off how many levels you are, your max
Yeah.
level.
So I used about just under half.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 put me at 57 out of 61.
And then,
I am at 57. 3 got me to 57 of 57.
again, Ralph shouldn't hit. He should have been the first one to take damage in that.
But you have decent stats.
My dex is my second worst stat, right behind charisma.
Just how the dice work sometimes.
Which was also a conscious effort because I could have had my dex be my worst stat.
All but 2 of my stats are 14. Not sure how that worked out.
But yes. So, as you all recover along the way and make your way towards the area, you sort of walk down a few gangplanks and get back down to the street level of an area that's a bit more cordoned off. You hear a little bit of a call above you. Ah, finally here then. All right, I'll be right down. You hear the furling of a rope nearby as you see it rapidly lowering down with a bit of a platform beside it. As it comes down, Rallis, you kind of recognize the Tabaxi you'd spoken to earlier. The rest of you are seeing him for the first time. Just this sort of a older, matted fur Tabaxi, has like a very big chunk bitten out of one ear, and he like you see him just like lowering himself down paw by paw, grasping at a rope, and
Sylvain, this man tried to kill you. How do you react?
don't know. How does everyone else react first?
Well, I want to point out that Big invisibly got to the building. Rallis went inside, and then apparently Big just walked back.
I mean, Rallis flew back. He didn't say anything to you. He didn't know you were there.
I mean, you could just still be standing there the whole time.
Just still invisible.
Eh?
My invisibility doesn't time out easily. You see, I don't know what to do here. What would make more sense?
Yeah, anyway.
Would Big still be invisible if this guy isn't actively hostile?
I guess probably not then. If he saw you leave, he might just have tried to follow.
You know what? I'll just break the silence and
Let's go.
I'll just break the silence and say to him, "You've got some serious gunnery up there. Might not be a chance I could go up and take a look at it, is there?"
Well, can't be giving all the trade secrets away now. He sort of like lowers himself down to ground level, and then you see him just sort of like move forward a bit. Oddly enough, instead of standing up, he sort of like puts his arms to his side and sort of begins to wheel himself out as he has a little chair set up.
Trade secrets, huh?
A trade secret or two.
Well, I'll be. Didn't take you for one of the craft. You make that thing yourself?
Nah. It's got some jackanape in town here. Right nutter he is.
Any chance you might know who that is?
Fellow by the name of Scroll. Can't miss him.
Given that technically that would be competition for the Grimes family in this city, I'm gonna roll to see if I remember who this guy... Hopefully that didn't pick up. Shit. How badly did it pick it up? Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna roll... would this be history or insight?
I'd say history.
Okay.
I mean, if you're trying to recall someone, it's probably history.
Okay.
Insight's more, hey, I'm trying to see if you're bullshitting me.
Right, okay.
More of a gut feeling.
That would be a 9.
A 9, you say? Nope, don't know a scroll.
Can Rallis roll and see if he knows?
Sure.
Would anyone else like to roll and see if they
I
have
mean-
heard of this scroll?
The only people who would probably know are Rallis and Caleb.
I
Yeah,
know.
Vane would have no.
I know. Well, yeah, no, Big wouldn't.
17.
There's a guy named Scroll, all right.
Noose, would you like to...
New Saint saying nothing.
Nice.
Noose, did you just speak?
Noose refuses to answer the question.
Yeah.
Silence noises.
Favorite part about playing Vane, don't have to make any history rolls. Fuck you.
Not
Or,
it pertains to the city.
Not much for Big either.
Quick, tell me how the world was formed.
I live on the planet. I should know how the planet was made, right?
But yeah.
Anyway, so Caleb will then take his +1 gun, the one that doesn't have infinite regenerating ammo in it. He'll carefully pull it out, unload it, and then flip it, and then like spin it around on his finger, and then show him the Grimes signet that's on its handle.
What is that, like a J or something?
Ha!
He rolled a 1.
Now that's surprising.
He's illiterate.
Name Grimes mean anything to you?
Grimes. Can't say as it does.
Yeah, he's that guy who spent his entire life fighting for what he had and then died in a power plant, right?
Well, that's a shame. I suppose being cooped up in this place will make you forget some things. Well, I'm another gunsmith.
Well, pleasure to make your acquaintance then.
No, I actually
name's
love that.
Chance.
Likewise.
I love that. You're like, oh, you must
You
have
said
forgotten
Chance?
since you've been here for
Yes.
so long. Because if you live near here, you have heard of my family. It's your problem that you didn't hear about us.
Now then, before I take you any further into town, a few conditions. Weapons. He like holds out his hands very invitingly.
All right, Vane, hand him your weapons.
Yeah, it's my weapons. Yes, those are what I use to fight. Yeah, Vane will just pull out his small light crossbow, the greater warning sword and silver dagger, and his silver mace.
Uh-huh. And I'll take the J gun from you there, Sonny.
Sorry, can't give out trade secrets.
No.
Well,
No ticket, no entry.
afraid you won't be walking in then. That's our policy.
Our?
Yes?
You seem to be the only one here.
Well, him and the blacksmith at least, or gunsmith.
I'm the guard. If the entire town was in plain view of anyone with a crossbow, that'd be an issue.
Tell you what, on the condition you let me look at that big gun upstairs, I'll comply.
Ah, fair enough.
Alright then. Alright, so Caleb will then go ahead and hand over both of his guns. Just be careful with this one here. The bullets can't exactly stop being there.
Ah, yeah. So I have the same thing upstairs. No worries about it.
Ah! Just as I thought. I come back and I find those gone, however. You and I will have some problems. Fair warning. Those are heirlooms.
Oh, yes, please. Do beat up the poor old man in a wheelchair. He coughs very exaggeratedly. I'm sure that'll win you lots of favors with the townfolk, won't it?
I was just going to say, you owe me a lot of money. Those things are expensive.
Oh, extort a poor old man in a wheelchair, will you?
Vane will just start walking by. I've done worse.
Everyone in the party believes him.
Insight roll of 1.
Yeah, I was
You
about,
still know. He
I was
is
about
not
to
telling
say,
shit.
does the poor old man in a wheelchair believe him?
Now then, I'm gonna let you all talk this out. I'm heading up there to check out this gun.
Well, Alice is just going to be there. The only weapons Rallis could give him are those 3 maces, which he probably doesn't have on him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I also have to give him my hand axe, my spear.
Just unloading
Let's
this.
see.
I love it.
Shit, yeah. Just give me a second here. Let's see here. Hand axe, spear.
You don't have to list everything off. Just say, I give him my weapons.
Oh, and 4 daggers.
I'm just going to say that Rallis doesn't have the 3 maces that he picked up from, I assume, bandits. They're probably back at his place, and he's not going to tell his person about his
Shit, that means I
integrated
have to
weapons.
fucking give him my darts too.
Because
God,
he
Okay.
can't really do anything about that.
Alright.
Big
Wait.
has a stick.
Wait, hang on just a moment. What if I don't give him my darts and I try to hide the fact that I have them? Sleight of hand roll?
Yeah,
Vaguely
sleight of hand.
rogue, you can try it.
Would stealth also be acceptable?
It would be sleight of
him.
hand.
It'd be
Yeah,
sleight-
it's
It'd
the
be
hide.
sleight of hand.
I tried to give you another option. I don't even know what your stats are, but
Let's see. That is 9, 12.
do I have advantage on stealth stuff?
No.
Yeah, unfortunately you try to like slide them under your sleeve very casually. He's like, Sonny, I think you know the rules.
You've got one hell of an eye for an old man. I like you.
I don't. Just Vane still just sort of holding the bandaged bullet wounds.
Hey, you have to give him that bullet. That's a weapon.
I can burn you alive.
Say, you there, moody fella. Are you the one who was, sending your little friend there to mess with our patients?
No, that was the quiet one. And Vane just starts walking. Do I need to roll deception?
Roll deception for me.
I mean, I like to point. I'd like to think that you start walking and the camera zooms out and it's just Noose's middle finger.
That would be a 15.
With a 16. Well,
Nothing
that fellow's just the right asshole, ain't he?
Nothing gets past this guy, I swear.
Listen, I mean, I designed him to be firing a gun at things 1,000 feet away. He has very good insight and perception.
Nice.
If I were even more deranged, I'd probably think his eye was mechanical or some shit.
Would you like to examine it?
Yes, kneel over to this bitter old man and pry open his eyelids to get a better look at his eye.
I would like to roll an investigation check.
I would like to
good at
roll a
those.
medicine check.
Anyway, I'm just gonna
To
be up
remove
there.
it.
Anyway, I'm just gonna be up there. I'm just gonna be going up there and taking everything into account with this gun, how it works, all of its mechanisms, what kind of ammo it shoots.
I think that was more of a later thing.
I'm
Are we
going up
going
there.
into the town?
I mean, I assume he's going up there to look at it and then coming back.
Yeah.
Because he's holding
Alright,
on
yeah,
to
we
his
can do that
weapons
real
until
quick, though.
after.
Yeah. Sonny just sort of like starts pulling you back up there, and yeah, you see there's a little bit of a setup up there. There's like a row of potions and various supplies to one side, and to the other side you see a few weapons as like a last line of defense, like a few muskets with bayonets on them and things like that. And then the cream of the crop, his little setup up front, has like a megaphone for warning off intruders and the Gatling gun itself.
Oh, right. I guess this is where my inquisitive can actually start. Inquisitive.
So those are the only two that went up there, right? Or did all of us?
Sure, Vane's not. Vane's
That's what I did think, yeah.
Look, Caleb's only going to be up there for like 5 minutes.
Are we supposed to stand here and just, or like, are we allowed to go in?
I just assumed you guys were going to talk to him for a minute, so I'm just going to take the 5 extra minutes to take a look at this gun.
No, he's up there with you.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
had to-
saying.
he has
That's
to
what I'm
pull
saying. Did
you
he
up.
leave us down here?
Yeah, he
No.
was not going to leave you unattended with a Gatling gun.
And I'm leaving him unattended with my pistols?
No, that's the right amount. That's the right amount of energy right there.
No, just go up there and take his fucking gun. What's he going to do?
Look, he's an old man, right? Like, just beat the shit out of him, steal his Gatling gun. Let's go.
No, I'm going to learn how to build one myself. Won't take too long, surely. Anyway, investigation check,
Can't take
right?
too long to learn how to build a Gatling
yes.
gun, right?
What?
Takes like 5 minutes to learn how to build a Gatling gun, right?
Yes. Surely. And become proficient with it. I mean,
Yeah.
So, 17.
17? And what are you trying to do exactly?
I want to...
Sorry.
I want to be able to
Unrelated.
recreate a. I want to be able to take a look at this gun and create a mental blueprint using all the basic knowledge that I have about firearms. And the one thing I wanted to say that I noticed is that it's multi-cylinder rotating barrels, which is awfully similar to what would be my revolvers.
I swear if you make it a minigun revolver, we're kicking you off the campaign. Nah.
Who knows? I might be able to give you a minigun.
So, yeah, as you look over it a little bit, just to get the rough outlines of it down, you do start to formulate a little bit of a blueprint of what it would be like to actually make this thing and whatnot. However, as you do, you also start to formulate a cost in your mind that, something like this, very expensive, have to maintain it a lot. You're thinking it'll probably be about 1,500 gold to make a Gatling gun of your own.
Don't you already have like 500?
163.
You're
gold
15th
pieces,
way
anyway.
of the way. You're a 10th of the way there. I actually do have a question for Chance.
As you finish your blatant espionage, and Chance takes you back downstairs, he looks over. Anything else, or are you all ready to head in?
I actually have a question for you.
Eh?
What's the progress on your cure?
Progress on the cure. Well,
You see Big's eyes grow wide.
I wouldn't know. I'm just the guard.
Who wouldn't know?
Well, there's the general in town. He handles most of the day-to-day affairs and interactions with the doctors and such. And, the doctors would probably know, but, they're not really in the business of sharing that.
Well, we need a cure sooner or later.
Aye, we all
Preferably-
need a cure sooner or later, our friend.
Preferably sooner. There's a man in the sewers that really needs it. We're hoping to get it before he turns fully.
Ah. Well,
Yeah, I'd say most people have someone like that. Big will actually, for the first time, speak since meeting this man. As lean over and are you able to create any of Silvertorn's bliss?
silver torrents? What's that? Is that like some sort of glue or?
Mm.
Ah, yes, you do, right? Yeah, he seems like sort of confused. It seems like bliss might be purely a druid concoction, as opposed to like And he definitely has no idea what Silvertarn is.
Hmm.
Well, we need to get moving. You can still ask your question, or just.
No, that was it.
But I just out the corner saw you start going for the mic, so.
No, I was actually just reading my notes.
Okay.
Ah,
I didn't want to cut you off if you wanted to say something.
but yeah, he like turns and starts to wheel away. Soon he like turns the corner and you see a town that is a street that is bustling with life. It seems like just about every building along this one long street is just sort of packed to the brim with either makeshift homes or stores. There's a little bit of a marketplace where you can hear people arguing over prices, and even a little bit of a training area where you see a few soldiers laughing and like training what seems to be a younger fellow. But a boy who looks like he's about 12 or maybe 13 or so. And yeah, Ross, why don't you make me a perception check real quick?
There we go. I'm going to roll this and look at this, but I am going to drop back in next to Caleb and just whisper over to him. I didn't think that this place would be holding together so well. Natural 20.
Ah, yeah. That actually fits very well, because as you look forward towards the group of soldiers, you actually recognize a lot of the symbols, and you see a good few Dragonborn among them. You see soldiers from Kusan here.
Interesting. Ones I recognize or no?
None you recognize, but you do see a symbol sort of on one of their jackets. Just seems like sort of a spiky symbol on a green field, and you know that was the symbol for your unit.
How's this town actually laid out then? So there's like two sets of walls. The outer walls protect from the outside, and then the inner walls, like between that, is where the beasts are, like running around the infected.
Yeah, like since this is like one of the older parts of town, so a lot of the buildings are built much taller than the others. They're like around 4 or 5 as opposed to like maybe 2 or 3 in the other parts of the town. So the most of the streets sort of set up between this place and the outside are like blocked off, and that's where they keep all the infected. So as under like a sort of quarantine. Since the buildings here are much taller, they're just sort of like more densely packed population. So it's like they're all just like 2 very tall, 2 rows of very tall buildings and just like a street where they've sort of condensed the town.
So they've got the infected like around the outside of the.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds horribly dangerous. Like, might be good defense. Like, I guarantee they don't get robbed by bandits very often.
Yeah.
When Raul sees that guy, he's going to look over to Caleb and just say, I'll be right back. He's just going to walk over to the guy that has the symbol he recognizes.
Yeah, the guy in question is like you approach and you see what looks like a silver dragonborn. He just sort of like, alright, come on then.
Oh, by the way, Raul still doesn't have his cloak, so he's not covered at all.
Oh, good to know.
Would he look silver?
He has a more carbon black. He has a very carbon steel design.
Yeah. But yeah, you just like see him like training the younger fella, like, yeah, come on. Alright, try going for the side. And yeah, as they sort of step back and forth a bit, you see the younger fella is struggling a little bit. He seems to be carrying a sword that's a good bit too big for him. Like, just like sort of like he's trying to swing like a great sword. The guy like dodges out of the way.
Can I determine what the best piece of advice for this soldier would be?
For like the younger fella?
Yeah, to give him a slightly better edge.
Roll me a...
Well, if you want a better edge, you gotta sharpen it.
yeah, roll me an insight check, I think. To like see flaws in his... what he's doing.
Because I do have the soldier background, would I get advantage?
I'd say so.
I don't know why I'm...
Character building, yay.
It would be, you said insight?
Yes.
I actually have decent insight. I
I don't know,
have plus
Caleb,
6
does that
insight.
really rev your engines?
I assume that's Rollis.
Cocked.
Oh, shit, we gotta put more diesel in him.
He's
15.
low on oil.
15? Yeah, you kind of see that he's like putting a little bit too much, he's leaning forward a little bit too much whenever he swings, and he's not really, his footing's a bit off.
Morales is just going to stand there a moment and speak up. You should widen your stance a little bit more and quit leaning so far into your strikes.
The guy turns over and he's like again, fairly young soldier. He's like 15 or so, has very long auburny hair, a bit pale skinned. He just like, but that's how they always do it in like the plays and stuff. Isn't that how you're supposed to do it?
No.
Their military
If you focus on plays which are performative, you will die in battle.
Oh. Fair point. Yeah, the Dragonborn nearby like looks over and chuckles. Yeah, I've been telling him that for weeks now. He's a slow learner, but you're getting there, right? Yeah. You visitor to town? Haven't seen you around.
No, I live more in the neutral zone.
With them quiet Gillen fellows then.
Yeah.
Well.
You know, I cannot remember for the life of me what the fuck Rouse's commander's name was.
Mendax.
Mendax?
Mendax.
Mendax.
Yes. Fixing an axe.
Mendax.
Mendic and bias. I don't know.
I thought he said min-max for a minute.
Shamalama ding dong.
Rouse is gonna level his gaze over at him and just... So, you ever meet Mendax over there?
Oh, the general? Yeah.
Oh.
Thank
Does this
God,
guy
upgrade.
recognize Rouse at all? Because he is very much one of a kind.
The guy does not recognize Rallis, no.
Well, Rouse is going to continue. I used to be under him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rallis. And he's going to reach out his hand.
The guy blinks a little bit. The Rallis?
Rallis died.
Rouse is going to nod.
Holy! He like clasps your hands, like it gets in close, does like the whole soldier hug thing, like, oh my god!
How
Hey,
tall
you're-
is this guy?
This guy is like he has a good like 2 feet on you. He's a very big dragonborn.
Big boy.
Next question. Does he try and pick Rallis up in the hug?
Probably not.
Rallis is heavy.
I just want the image of you all just going, did that guy just yell Rouse's name and look over and he's just hugging Rouse and picking him up?
Just because it would be out of character for Rallis.
It would be
Okay,
very,
fine.
it would be very out of the norm.
He does indeed try and pick Rallis up, like, oh my gosh, you're like a legend, man. Where the hell have you been?
Here,
Yep, here in town.
after the war, it was very hard to stay back there. So I had to move on. But-
Fair. My brother was the same way. I mean, hey, if you're in town, like, General would probably love to see you. He's should be around here somewhere, but yeah, like heck, the guy just seems like flabbergasted at the mere thought of being around you.
Morales kind of towards his head. Mendax came here.
Ah, yeah. See, well, I sort of like left with him, but he wanted to like try and find all the people we didn't get to during the war. You know, those war criminal assholes with the giants. And you know, some of them fled up north, so we went up north, got them, and then went for the ones who went down south. Heard there was some around here, but you know, plague broke out. We sort of signed up with them. With some of the soldiers helped control the situation a bit, and well, we ended up here. Good setup, at least, though.
I was gonna nod at that. Well, if we got brothers over here, I'd love to get more information between the neutral zone and here. We're trying to find a cure, and the more people that we can have helping out with that would help.
Ah,
Have you guys heard of Silvertarn's Bliss yet?
Silvertarn's Bliss. Hang on. He like pulls out a little scrapbook, like what seems like a little scrapbook of just like Silvertarn. Silvertarn, drow god of battle and warfare, heroes. I mean, are you saying is it a drow caused the plague or something? Because like that's one theory at least. But
no, Silvertarn's Bliss is it's a medicine that keeps plague from spreading as quickly. It slows it down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but our doctors so far don't really know how to produce it. It seems to be more of a druid concoction.
Druid. That'll explain it. Those guys have been right assholes.
Again, big was the worst possible combination of things for this world.
Yeah, notice how he hasn't said a thing about you yet.
No, that's the thing though. Big, druid, big, part giant thing. Okay, let's go.
To be fair, they're only talking about the druids here. They have no problems with druids.
I know, it's just not a great combination.
And your name?
Name's Lucian.
What?
Lucid.
Just
First I thought.
L-U-
Yeah, I heard Lou shit.
Yeah, that's gonna say.
My name is Lou shit.
Lucid. Luceat.
EAT.
You know, sometimes it's difficult, with the accents and stuff like that.
Yeah, my name's loose shit.
That's what I was gonna say.
No.
Listen, his name means shine in Latin. Fuck off.
I have a loose shit.
Shut up.
I'll ask.
Hero's duty.
How many more of your squad came here?
Let's see. We got about 150 of us from Kusan, and had about another 300 of the Albaics we had about. So that'd be like about 500 of us.
That's quite a bit of help if they're working together.
Yeah, it helps, but well, I'll level with you. A lot of them were, well, I think you saw them already, like gestures casually over his shoulder towards the quarantine zone you just walked through.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll level with you. It's not a ton left, but General's working off with the doctors here, and if it works out, I'll be heading home now, home again.
There's definitely a few less than that. Ran into a fallen soldier in the sewers a couple hours ago.
Hang on. Like, puts away the book from before and pulls out like a fairly long scroll.
Do you guys want to talk about Rowless while he's not here?
Any defining characteristics?
Red Dragonborn fought with I don't remember what weapons, but I know shield and I believe spear. Spear. Lance. That was.
Yeah. Like, sort of like that uses one of his little dragony claws, just like cuts out a little square, rectangular strip of paper, and like, hey, Uta, yeah, take this to the general. He'll want it. Yeah, sure thing. He like takes it and rushes off.
I'm guessing I don't recognize that voice, that name either.
Nope.
Okay. I'm not
I
gonna
recognize the
write
name
that
Uta.
I actually might, if they were talking about people you know, because I was around you during that entire time.
This was a different thing.
It's a different thing.
Oh, okay. Well, after that, I'm just gonna. I'll let them know that there's a necromancer that was bringing some of them back, and well, I laid him down to rest. Which I'm pretty sure you guys told me that it was Ichabod that was here.
Did you tell him that?
Yes, Vane did. Yeah, because Vane had said, "Hey, yeah, we met Ichabod. He said he knows you. He knows you."
Yeah, I'll tell him. Tell Mendax that Ichabod's in town as well.
Who?
He's I'm pretty sure he's the guy that made me, or at least helped
He
in
did
that.
prosthetics back during the war experiments. Fused humans with stuffed animals. It was a horrible movie. What?
Yeah, well, I'll pass it along.
Anyway, I have a bounty I have to go collect, so I'll be seeing you guys. He's gonna turn and head back.
Yeah. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, he's just gonna hand up, wave, the leaving wave, and make his way back over towards Caleb.
But yeah, while Rawlins has been doing that, what have you guys been up to? You just been exploring the town, or?
I would think Vane is just sort of standing off to the side, waiting for Rallis to finish.
I'm mostly curious to find out if the Gatling gun was the only instance of firearms we had anywhere around this city. Wanted to see if there were any gunsmiths here.
Yeah.
Also, explore the town and see how it's held up so well in the
fair.
face of all this danger.
Fair. And Big, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Might talk to some of the townsfolk. Anyone who looks like they know anything about the situation. Maybe a guard or something.
Right. So, the two people are exploring. I need you both to make me investigation checks, real quick.
No.
What'd you roll?
Let's see. 5.
25.
Those are very different numbers.
I was assuming you'd probably be heading towards medical tents, try and find that area.
Not yet. That's more as a route.
So, Big, we'll start with you. As you investigate a little bit, it's a little bit tricky to find exactly where it is that they're keeping their medical stuff, but eventually you do see some people dressed in doctor's garbs. They seem to be wearing uniforms similar to the hunters and hunters back home, only they're only they seem to be more white, and they have very long leather gloves on, and see a good few of them with plague doctor masks on a little bit. And you see a couple of them standing guard around near the front of the town, sort of in the same general area as the clock tower.
I've heard this in my head, and now all I'm hoping is every single one of them has a Jersey or Boston accent.
Alright. So I guess Big will just walk up, just try to look amicable.
Roll for amicability.
Let's see, so charisma, so that is 7.
You walk over, just a very jovial look on your face, and the guards sort of look at you a little bit concerned, but not really hostile. You walk a little bit closer, and like one of them like holds up gloved hand. Sorry there, friend. Can't touch you any further.
Oh, that's that's fine. I just had a few questions.
Well, questions are fine. Can't promise answers.
Fair enough. You work with the medical tent directly, correct?
Yeah. Like, you kind of get the sense that he has a very proud look on his face from beneath his mask, but he, like, sort of clicks his heels together and, like, does, like, pounds a fist against his chest. I'm with the Doctor's Brigade, those who will hunt down injustice and cure this plague.
Hmm. Well then, what's your progress on curing the plague?
Well, as you can see, there's still plague,
Indeed.
so we've not cured it yet.
Big will smile slightly at that. What's your progress towards a cure or even just slowing the progression?
Well, he like looks over his shoulder anxiously.
Trade secret then.
Well, can't be. Well, not really sure what we're supposed to be sharing.
I would
I
hate
could-
for information on how to treat this plague to spread to the general populace now. I'd
Tell
hate for
your
anyone to be
doctor.
able to cure it.
Well, our goal is to develop the cure and make sure it's available to everyone. You know,
Just wouldn't want the
a-
progress to get out.
if a plague has taught us anything, it's that people are self-serving assholes. And I wouldn't doubt it if someone developed a cure and then started selling it to the highest bidder.
But if the information on how to create the cure is everywhere, would they be able to do that?
And we'll be doing that once the information is everywhere, so that we can find it first, and they can be used responsibly.
So would it be able for us and for this town and maybe Bleakstone to share information? I'm a representative, you could say, of Bleakstone's medical team.
Of the hunters? Or the guild over in the neutral zone?
Yes. I'm sorry, repeat that?
I had to ask. Did he spit in his face or on the ground?
On the ground in front of him.
Okay.
Fuck off.
And why is that?
Because I said fuck off. And you get the sense that he is no
Yeah.
longer willing to speak to you.
Yeah. Would Big know what this is about?
You may roll me a history check.
Yeah, Stumble stole
13.
his girlfriend.
What was it?
13.
You've heard very vaguely that the Hunters Brigade used to be like in the same group of hunters as the ones that you generally interact with. But apparently there was some sort of falling out. You're not sure why exactly, but the end result was that that a group of them left and formed this little community up here.
Oh, connecting dots. Okay, these people treat the infected as patients, whereas the others treat them as monsters.
Yes.
Well then, before I part my ways, good sir, you're right. I would hate for information on how Bleakstone is almost now able to almost halt the progression to get out and walk away.
There's nothing I want more for Goltera to just say intimidation check.
Big will walk away with a pep in his step.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Seven.
6. God damn it. I would have preferred a 1.
Either way, it works.
Vane is rubbing off on Big. We'll make a sociopath out of you yet.
Oh lord.
Well, what's this about that? Halting the progression of the plague?
Oh, I believe I was told to fuck off.
Well, you see, I'm a guard in this town, so he sort of produces a badge and then starts to flash a gun at his hip. So how about you tell me what you mean?
I'm not inclined.
Yeah, all right, you're coming with us. He pulls out the gun.
Would
Come
this,
on.
Would this be in view of Vane?
Yeah, Vane, you are watching Rowless have a somewhat wholesome moment to one side.
Where he's
And you,
giving them the information they're wanting.
Yeah, and then you look over and see Big being held at gunpoint.
Yeah, Vane will just sort of and just start very quickly and obviously approaching the Big and this. I don't know, what did he just call himself? Like a guard or?
He's a proud member of
to
the
Vane
Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah,
The Doctor's Brigadier.
Doctors Without Borders, but with guns.
So to Vane, does he just sort of look like a surgical doctor, but with like a plague mask on?
Basically, yeah. He looks very similar to the hunters that you've seen in the neutral zone. Just he has a white jacket instead of a black one.
Yeah. So yeah, Vane will just come up and just sort of stand right beside Big, and he'll just sort of look at Big. Big, please stop harassing the local folk. And he'll look over to the
answers that question.
look over to the guard and doctor guy, and just be like, do you mind not pointing a gun at wildly like that before you shoot someone?
Don't point a gun at someone, son, unless you're prepared to fire it.
What's your AC? I don't know. He glares and just holsters the gun. Fine. Fuck off.
I was working on it. And walk away.
And Vane will just continue standing there, just sort of staring at the guy.
You fuck off too.
And he'll just keep standing there staring at
Oh
him.
my god.
And he'll just sort of cross his arms.
Prevented an intercity incident and then started one.
I knew queuing up this music was going to pay off.
I'm hoping to avoid direct conflict right now. We're still exploring.
Vane will just keep staring. He ain't stopping.
So while Vane is engaged in an epic stare-off, the good old Caleb, you rolled a 25, you say?
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll get back to you later, Vane. Yeah, Caleb, as you sort of walk around exploring the town, you see a few different shops set up. General list. One you see sort of a well-preserved general goods store, has a bunch of strange runes sort of carved into the side underneath the original name of the ship and sail. Yeah, there's that one. You see a bit of a darker one, sort of like a canvas set up in an alleyway with a lot of smoke sort of rising up out of it, and a coughing voice from within. And another one you see what seems to be a hunter's shack of some sort, sort of like a booth with lots of animal skins and parts, sort of draped over barrels and stuff. And yeah, everywhere you look, the town seems to be in pretty good shape. It's a little bit crowded, but other than that, it's everyone seems well fed and no obvious signs of death and despair everywhere.
Well, first things first, I kind of want to check out those strange runes. Would I be able to disconcern any of them?
Roll me a history check.
Really? I thought that'd be Arcana.
You're an artificer. You use intelligence. You don't innately connect to runes. You learn their meaning. Memorize it.
That would be an 8.
Nate. It's something that you sort of vaguely saw whenever you're trading with. Remember back in the day, your father would trade vaguely with some people up north, but unfortunately, it's not. You don't really know enough of the language to really read it. Yeah, and you know that he didn't do a ton of business with them, so guns must not have been popular among them.
Alright, then we'll go ahead and,
This is Caleb's standard music, so.
Oh yeah, you walk in and you hear a bell jingle above you. Just a minute. And you see a guy like carrying a few boxes. Fairly tall, solidly built fellow. He's got like a hair and set up in a few braids down along his face, and has a very short, stubbly beard. Be with you in just a moment. And like sets the boxes to one side, and he's like, there. Like, and as he turns to face you, you see that he has like a small sling, presumably meant for like babies, like around, like dangling from his neck. But as he like reaches a hand down to scratch at it, you see a small puppy head poke its head out.
New
Quiet.
favorite character of the campaign. Let's go.
Quiet now.
He's going to sell you a table and some meatballs.
How can I help you?
Hey there. I was actually, just wondering about the runes outside.
Well, that is a little bit of a trademark from my homeland. I'm from the Hinterlands up to the north. Yes. But yes, I'm from the Hinterlands up in the north. There's a language, and I set this up down here, and I set up shop down here. I'm a bit of a trader, and well, when the quarantine came in, I was trapped in the city. But I just continued doing business. Me and little Rags here. Isn't that right, my precious? But yes, how can I help? But yes, are you looking for anything in particular?
No, I'm mostly just browsing. Actually, my father used to do some trading with your folks up in the north.
Oh, is that right?
Not much, though. We're gunsmiths. They didn't really seem too interested in them.
No, not much good up north. Too much snow and moisture. Ruins them.
Well, anyway, so what do you got?
Oh, a bit of this, bit of that, a little bit of everything, really. And if it's something I don't have, I can find a way to get it.
I swear to God, if you had dropped a fucking Skyrim line. Well, you kind of did with a bit
Where
of
has the Dragonborn gone?
I could tell you my own mother.
What I want while I'm here, actually. You'd think I'd be able to come up with something on the spot here, but...
Do you have any musket balls?
Just walk in. Yeah, I have just about everything you could want. Do you have knives? Daggers, specifically.
I
Actually,
have about 1,500 gold worth of parts for a gun.
let's, you got any tools of any sort?
Tools? Yes, I have many types of tools.
Let's see what you got.
Let's see.
This device drives screws.
Yeah, you see him lift the sling over his shoulder and gently set the puppy to one side. There they are. I will be right back, my rabbit.
You wait and see if the puppy is not their real shopkeep. This is his psionic body puppet.
I'm assuming the dog is actually made of rags and it's just a golem.
But yeah, he heads to the back room, and the puppy pokes his head out of the little sling and looks over at you.
Into your soul. It knows your sins. You feel them crawling up your back.
You look into your eyes and you just see Fibblethip eating gunpowder.
You are trapped in this state for what feels like 100 days, and yet it was but 1 second.
And then all of a sudden, I gained flashbacks of my father. Turns out, same psionic attack as fucking Saladin.
No, you're throwing snowballs again.
Uh-oh.
And then the sun turns black, and you see
No,
the
it's fine.
face
They
of
took
Satan.
his guns.
And then I turn to this wrench, and then all of a sudden you hear her neck snapping.
Oh god.
You know what? Is this dog within reaching distance at all?
Are you rolling to pet?
Yes.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yes, I want
Roll
to pet
to
the
pet
dog.
1. You crush it.
I give it scritches.
It uses bite. What's your AC?
Yeah, roll me animal handling.
You no longer have a left ring finger.
He's fine. All he needs is his pointer finger and his thumb.
What about
8.
his middle finger?
Look, he just needs enough to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
The dog gives a very disappointed sigh as you reach your hand towards it. You feel like putting your hand any closer to it would be a bad idea.
Just with a disappointed look, I'll retract my hand then.
So with the mates, he walks back in and sets out a few little bundle of tools. And let's see, we have tools for fixing the ship, tools for fixing the carts, tools for making a meal, tools for many things. Anything in particular you would like the tools for?
What would artisan? I guess I'll just look for artisan's tools. That's really what I'm looking for here.
Don't you already have those?
Believe it or not, no.
Ah.
They do not come standard with Artificer. Well, they could. You get 1 set of tools.
And I assume you took these tools. Yeah.
Maybe. I thought it wouldn't really matter too hard, but it kind of does.
Yes. He scooches over a little bundle of tools, small chisels for fine details, things like that. Artisan's tools for the artisan 3 is good for go for 40 gold.
Yeah, okay, that sounds reasonable.
As a shopkeep, don't you know exactly how expensive those would be? Is he upcharging you?
Oh, that's actually a good
Oh, yeah,
point. I didn't think about that.
Shopkeeper's intuition. Let's go.
That's insight, right? Is that insight? That's insight, right?
That'd
could
be
be.
insight.
Roll if he's.
I will say that
price
as you begin to roll, the dog looks over towards you as a skeptical look crosses your eyes and yips. So I need you to make that roll of disadvantage.
This dog just psionically attacked you. It attacked your confidence.
Also, I'm assuming these are Smith's artisan tools.
Artisan's tools are a thing.
Well, yes, but that's split up into Smith's tools, potter's tools, mason's tools, leather worker's tools, carpenter's tools, cartographer's tools, cobbler's tools, glassblower's
Well, see,
tools.
I could see Smith or maybe what was that other carpentry?
That'd be a 22. And yes, I did roll with disadvantage.
Unfortunately, we're 23.
You motherfucker!
Can you roll a greater difference than 1?
I have
You've had
been
it
trying, I
three
promise.
times today.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
aren't you enjoying trying to figure out what is just barely above the failure?
But yeah, with 23, you cannot tell this man is really selling these thieves tools towards you, and you're afraid to ask more with the disapproving look of the puppy.
You just look at this. 40 seems about right. You pick one up, it snaps because it's rusty. 40 seems about right.
Yeah, 40 seems about right. Look, the 40 gold's coming out of your pocket. You can choose to keep or take the tools. Leave or take them.
Can I at least inspect the tools?
Sure.
The puppy gives you
With
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Look, you can
Can
only
Big
do it
come
so
in
many
here,
times
please?
a day. I mean,
I actually did want to go to a shop, too.
Raul said he was going to go find Caleb.
Is that another insight check?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be investigation?
Yeah, that'd be an investigation, actually,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I'll come in with you.
Wait, hang on a minute. Something I want to see. I appear to
I'm
see
sure your
insight
old buddies
rolls.
are the war guys would love to see you in a fear bowl hanging out.
I mean,
Wait, hang on.
he left.
Oh no, wait, roll. Never mind. I was looking at Inquisitive real quick. Okay, just making sure. What did I roll on? Fuck.
It was a 5.
Thank you. Okay, so investigation check. So that's.
Isn't that your special one?
Unfortunately, it's insight. However, I think I can do an investigation check. No, I make a perception check to spot hidden creatures or objects, or investigation to uncover or decipher clues.
Yeah, like
And also, I
secret
can make an
doors and
insight
stuff.
check against a conscious creature and then contest it with a deception check. And if it's successful, I can use sneak attack. Shut up! I'm just trying to explain it. Maybe some people don't know.
Fair, fair.
Most people probably don't care.
Most people know you're spiteful because a puppy tried to sell you tools
Maybe.
of dubious quality.
Maybe.
Now, what did that roll?
Anyway,
But I want to point out, I have no clue what these tools actually cost.
11.
I'm just...
Now, I need
With
you
a
to
12.
I need you to know for sure that I'm not messing with you. So,
If this is a
dear
12,
friend, can
I
you
am
tell me
actually
what that,
going to
that
cry.
dice is on?
Hey, he did it someone other than me.
I unfortunately rolled a 20. So, as you investigate these tools, you see nothing apparently wrong with them.
Including the broken one.
Broken one,
This is
that's just
going to come back to bite me in the ass, but I need artisan's tools, so fine, fuck it, we'll take it. 40 gold.
Yep, mending, right?
And now the DM's like, you can now add low-quality artisan's tools to your inventory.
No, it turns out the type of artisan tools they are weaver's tools. That cost 1 gold piece.
Hey, Weaver's tools implies that there's a needle somewhere in there. I've got something to use.
Do you have a rubber band?
It's
I'll
broke.
MacGyver my way out of this somehow.
It's a snapped rubber band.
You have a rubber band. Gets possessed by Saladin again. Vane!
It's a critical hit.
But yeah, for 40 gold, you may add 1 set of artisan's tools to your inventory.
Fine,
You can choose their denomination.
Yes, which type of artisan's tools are they?
It's actually just a bunch of hammers, one from each set.
No, it's just a
Here's
box
my
of Legos.
cobbler hammer, here's my carpentry hammer, my cartographer's hammer, don't know why that's there.
Cartographer's hammer. I
Here's my
love it.
potter's hammer for when I get to break things I make.
Also, this is a ball peen hammer. I don't know why I have it, I just thought ball peen was kind of funny.
It hits you in the ball peen.
Ding.
Caleb, smack
His nuts!
No.
This keeps happening.
Yay, artisan's tools. Let's get the fuck out of this store.
Oh, is there anything else I can do for you?
No, that'll be all, thank you, and then I'll just turn around and quickly leave.
Yep.
Bit rude, innit?
He says that he hopes you come again. But yes. Vane, what are you
Hold on,
doing
let
real
me go
quick?
back to his song.
So yeah, Vane will still just be sort of arms crossed, just sort of glaring at this guy.
It has now
I
been
have told
35
you.
minutes.
I have told you repeatedly to leave the area.
It's actually been 2 days.
Maybe I'll leave if you tell me why you were pointing a gun at one of my allies.
He tried to share medical knowledge with me.
I am under no obligation to tell you that. Leave the area.
Actually, you are under obligation to do it since you asked me to leave, and I just told you what is required to make me leave.
Who has the power in this situation?
I think that depends on how serious Vane is being.
I told your friend to leave. He did not leave.
No, he was leaving.
Vane just sort of looks to his side. Vane just sort of looks to his side. Wow, I didn't know he just vanished into nowhere. I guess he can turn invisible. Just sort of
Can.
pats the air. Hey, Big, how you been? Glad to see you haven't left.
He left after that. So leave the area.
This man is lying about Big.
I just want... I'm fine, Vane. How are you?
Yeah. Vane will just sort of use prestidigitation to just sort of create a face of Big that's just in the air. But it's like way too short. It's like down like at his chest level. Oh, good job, Big. You just know right where to stand, don't you? Now, why don't you tell me what the big scary man with the gun was doing to you, huh? Just getting more condescending with every word.
I'm going back to my guard post now. I would like you to leave.
Please.
If you are not gone soon, you will be placed under arrest. And then he stands back by the wall. His friend, by the way, just been watching this whole ordeal just with slight amusement. And just like immediately like whoop, goes back to just standing at attention.
Vane will just sort of quickly glance over at the other guy who had just been watching and just sort of like winks at him before just quickly starts. Vane just starts walking back towards Big. But then it's like the prestidigitation just sort of vanishes. Then all of a sudden the image just sort of flashes right again in that one guy's face with Big's face before fading away.
That's the face he'll see in his dreams tonight.
Yeah.
Or nightmares.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, just Big's face just and then vanishes as Vane walks away.
Yeah, just add a vine boon sound to that.
But yes, having sufficiently harassed public officials, you now...
Vane's gotta, like, that's before his morning coffee.
By the way, just for the heck of it, because I appreciate you actually going along with the bits. Both Big and Vane, you gain 1 inspiration.
Nice.
I'm rewarding dangerous behavior, but it's fine.
This can't possibly backfire.
Yes. So, Big, as you walk past the very rude guards and see a nice ship and sail general store, you see your friend Caleb like walking out with a set of artisan's tools that he's just scrutinizing intensely. Yeah, he just walks on, and as you like sidestep and walk in, you just see like a fellow petting a little puppy in a sling by nearby. Welcome to the ship and sail. How can I help you?
Okay, now, before this starts, so, Big, we found the Journal of Silvitarn, right, that detailed the bliss? Correct? That's what we got in the last town we went to?
You gave that to Stumbles, I believe.
Stumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't get that and give it to Stumbles, yes.
Yeah, that's what...
Yeah.
Okay, how much progress had we made on that? Like, if you had to give a percent, like, how much of it was replicatable?
Stumbles was still looking through it. It's probably not very far
Yeah,
into
gotcha.
it yet. Yeah.
Well, he's thinking, I will say, Rouse did want to go find Caleb, so he's probably there as well, but I'm not going in the store.
Yeah.
No, just observing Caleb's haunted look as he, like, holds delicately these tools.
Wait, should you do a check to see if you can tell if the tools are shit or not?
I'm an artificer, yeah. As I passed him, could I see the tools clearly?
Sure. Go ahead and make a check for it.
Is Caleb coming up, or is Vane coming over to the store too? Are we all meeting up?
I feel like it would take Vane a bit before he got there because he's.
So what am I rolling?
Yeah, but he's inside the store at probably about the same time Rallis gets there. Would be investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
You see some perfectly average quality tools.
Nice.
Nice.
So they're not bad. But from a glance, you figure they're probably worth like 20 gold.
Yeah, when Vane is done harassing the guard, he would start walking in the same direction Big went.
Yeah, we'll all probably meet up by the time he's done and walks out the store.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Hello. How can I help you?
Just looking around. I see my friend picked up some tools from here.
Yes. A set of artisan's tools, yes.
So I was hoping to stock up on some supplies. What do you have that might be useful for in town here?
Oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything, really. And if it isn't something I have, it's something I can get.
Oh?
Yes. If you have any requests and I don't have it, I can have it shipped to you in town if you leave an address.
How much do you sell health potions for here?
Oh, I do not sell health potions.
Oh?
Oh no, most of the health potions are for use by the guards or the doctors.
Ah.
Yes.
If someone gets injured, they go there, and those are administered then, or?
Yes. We do not sell good health here.
Oh. Okay. Big raises an eyebrow at that. That was. All right then. Well, that's more what I was looking for. Do you have any medical supplies at all here?
Bandages, poultices, herbs, things of that nature.
All right then. I'll take a couple rolls of bandages then.
Absolutely. Like goes back, like leaves the dog on the counter again, pats it a little bit, then goes behind to check what he has in stock.
Alright, I will cast Speak with Animal. Or Speak with Animals, and then just... Let's see, I haven't used that in a while. Let me see what the exact specifications are. Oh yeah, it's instant. You can just communicate with beasts. Their communication is limited by the level of intelligence. So I'll just, hello.
What do you want?
Just saying hi.
Well, you've said it.
Is there something wrong?
Yeah, someone's saying hi to me.
You seemed amicable enough a moment ago.
Yeah, I like him.
Have I disrespected you in some manner?
No. This is the rudest puppy you ever met in your life.
Damn! This is like grizzled by years.
Anyway.
I don't even know what to say.
Maybe I ought to start bringing Fibblethip on my adventures at
Yeah,
this
this
point.
was... Damn.
It's not too bad to have someone to talk to, though. You see him just like sit up on all fours, just like doing the traditional like cute puppy pose. My name's Rags, by the way.
Oh, nice to meet you again. Sorry if we got off on the wrong foot.
Oh no, trust me. Whenever it's like, oh look at the cute little puppy, look at it, and then they like stick their finger inside your ear or some shit. It's annoying.
I can see that.
This is a very literate puppy for what you gather to be like about maybe
Less than a year old.
Less than a year old.
You see him, I don't know, wary of the world for one so young. Or, how old are you?
Let's see. You know that big ball in the sky?
Yeah.
It does that thing where it goes from not being there to being there all the way. I've seen that like 9 times.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's a dog. I had no expectations for how this would go, and it's going great. So does this shop see a lot of business then?
Sees enough business.
Yep, this is now just standing here awkwardly.
Couple of jackoffs standing in the line.
Yeah.
Thank you for waiting. The Rag starts wagging his tail and like looking over as like he like scratches his ears and like sets out a good bit of supplies. Yes, so have the supplies here if you would like to peruse them. Would you like to buy all of it, or would you? How much would you like?
Well, let's see the quality first, and I'll roll to just investigate it.
Don't do it, says the dog in a very quick yip. But you just like pretends to have not said anything as he just keeps scanning the store very casually. Nothing. Sorry, allergy season. I sneezed.
Oh, all right. So that's a 22.
It was some perfectly average quality medicine.
Wow.
Is that a success or fail?
Perfectly average medicine.
Wouldn't you like to know? Did you roll disadvantage right away?
Oh no. That's a 21.
Some perfectly average medicine.
How much would you want for the lot of it?
Oh, for all of it, I'd say 50 gold.
Big will try to haggle, I guess, and say 40? I could do 40 for it.
Roll me a persuasion check. Don't do it.
What level bard is this fucking dog?
Let's see, plus my charisma. So 17.
With an 18. I'm sorry.
I believe you, it's just damn.
With an 18, yeah, your haggling falls a little bit short as he just like, I'm sorry, 50 is the lowest I can go.
Never in my life have I ever wanted to kill a fucking puppy. Up until now.
You know, it's nice. The last time I had to roll against Gultair, I won, and he's just been fucking all of you ever since. It's like he's taking it out on you.
I will. I'll take it for 50 gold then.
Ah, a pleasure doing business with you. Would you like a bag?
Yes, please.
Don't do it.
You drop
The bottom of the bag falls.
There you are.
Thank you. Thank you, I think.
Does it have paper or plastic?
Better be paper. I'm a druid.
It better be paper. I want trees to have died for this druid's bag.
I need my bag to be able to return to the earth, bitch.
Fair. Oh yeah, it's like a burlap. Thank you for your business. Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Just walk out. Nice to meet you, Rags.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you, Rags.
I didn't tell him my dog's name.
Oh, wait, did he tell me his name?
Did
the guy tell me his name, like his own name? Did he introduce himself?
No.
No. Yeah, so I'm just like, it was nice doing business with you, Rags, and walk out.
Hope the little rat bastard gets worms.
Yeah. So Vane would be arriving right about now.
Yeah, Vane, you walk by
this
and
ought to be good.
yeah. What's your plan there, Vane?
Vane will just sort of see Big coming out, doing a little shopping after getting harassed by the locals.
I think I wanted to buy this.
Vane will just sort of look at you. What do you mean you think?
That
dog is so mean.
That shop is strange. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Their dog is kind of rude too.
Their dog was rude.
He was not very polite at first, and he said something, and then I'm not sure what happened. These are holding them up. These are good quality bandages, right?
Vane will look at the bandages to investigate if they are good quality or not.
I'm also nearby these two while I'm here, right? So if he says they're not, am I in earshot?
I'd say so, yeah.
Are you prepared to, like, go kick a dog's ass?
I'm prepared to go and twist this
That is
fucker.
a 17 to investigate the bandages.
You guys are gonna hate me. With modifiers. Due to an 18.
No, I want to see it this time. I want to fucking see it.
Hold
It
on,
was a-
can he give...
Sorry, it rolled a little bit.
I'm
But yeah, it was a 14 plus 4.
over there too since I would have gone for Caleb. Can I investigate them?
Let's not. I was about to say, this doesn't have to be an international incident.
No, okay.
Someone has to beat him.
Can someone just give me the 8 action? So I can roll with it.
You have a good investigation?
+4.
Yeah, I'll give you the 8. Because mine's only +3.
A non-nat 20.
Those are some perfectly average bandages.
So you beat him.
I mean, they're okay.
Fine, whatever. Then that means my artisan's tools are probably good too.
Yeah, about 20 gold worth of artisan's tools.
Vane will just look at the bandages and just look at you. They're bandages, all right.
Tell me about this talking dog.
You have to kind of. I think you need to be there for it. Caleb looked a little, I don't know, confused when he walked out too.
I will say that as you look at these perfectly average bandages, you get the feeling that they're probably worth about 25 gold.
I gave 50 gold for these.
So you got scammed. Got it. And Vane will just walk straight in the store without elaborating.
Everyone's going into this store now. This is the new plot. This final boss.
Okay, let's go with Angel of Death. I bet that one's
Can we
right
not?
on
Let's
for this.
just not harm the dog. It's rude, but it's apparently 9 days old according to it.
No, he said from when it was nothing to everything, so that's a full...
Yeah, 9
It's a
months.
lunar cycle.
Okay.
I think technically it'd be closer to 8 months because it's like 27 days.
Not true.
Yes, I did the math.
I thought he was talking about the sun, and I thought it was every time it rose, and I'm like, man, he's in the shop a lot if he barely sees the sun.
Is everyone just secretly an asshole in this part of the city?
Everyone we've talked to has been incredibly rude, except for Rallis.
Also, does Rallis recognize like the runic writing like on the shop? Like what language it might be?
Is it the ones he would know?
Also, what do you mean everyone except Rallis? I only told the old man that please don't lose them. Those are expensive guns.
No, I'm saying everyone we've talked to except the person Rallis spoke to.
Oh.
Rallis speak. Let me grab it.
Because Chance was an ass. The doctor guard was an ass.
Vane was an ass.
You're not in
I
this.
got Urn, Elvish, Giant, Draconic, Common. Can Rallis read them? Yes or no?
The runes somewhat resemble giants a little bit, but they're not like in any way that would be form tangible words.
Can I at least try and decipher them?
Like the vague meaning.
Because as a linguist, I am pretty good with coded stuff.
Oh, it's not like a code. It's just like they've taken a giant language and ascribed different meaning to all the runes.
Okay.
It's like you know how like kanji can be read differently in Chinese and Japanese. It's a little bit like that with giants.
I got you.
As a linguist lets you have ciphers. So
I saw that feat, never thought I'd take it.
I only took it as Rallis because he has to know Giant for his backstory. And the other two were, I get two other languages. Elvish will probably be useful, and I'll go with Orin because I can work that into the backstory.
That gives me yet another idea for a character.
I mean, sorry if you're feeling like, I don't know. I didn't. I figured you didn't plan everyone to go in here.
Oh, Rallis isn't going in there.
Okay.
Also, audience, sorry for being hostile about this tiny pup.
You're good, man.
I would like to inform you that the actions taken by any characters
God.
in this game does not
Okay.
reflect any
It
beliefs
was cool
that
till
we hold.
you said that.
Speak for yourself. I want to punt this dog in real life.
So I go in. What do I have to roll to stab the puppy?
Stab the baby. No, stab the baby. Stab the baby.
Oh no.
Anyway, Vane.
child.
But yeah,
Vane, please.
Yeah,
go.
Vane. You walk in and you see this nice, jovial-looking blonde Viking-esque fellow just scratching his puppy. He's like, "Hello, welcome to this ship
Getting a
and
lot
sail.
of business this afternoon.
Busy afternoon. How can I help you?"
I cast Detect Evil.
yeah. Vane's just gonna sort of look around at some of the shelves. Oh, I was just gonna see if you had any books or anything.
Books. Yes, I have a book. You're like
We're giving this man business.
you're like
You're giving this man business.
He like does the usual thing, sets down the puppy on the counter, and like pokes its head out of the bag and like stares at you. And he walks sort of into the back room for a little bit.
While he's doing that, Vane just sort of like has his hands behind his back and sort of leans a little bit closer and just started inspecting the puppy to see if he sees anything weird about it.
How close are you leaning into this puppy?
Can you move your mic up just a tiny bit?
Okay.
Thank you.
Strange how. What are you looking for?
Like, I don't know.
Intelligence?
He wants to know if it's angelic.
Is it demonic?
Let's start with just.
No, angelic. Vane doesn't care about demons. Angels.
He cares greatly about.
That's what I was
demons.
thinking. Is the demon slayer?
But well, I guess we'll start with this. Can he feel like any sort of magic or anything that affecting it?
Not at first glance, no.
And then does it look like it's had like any sort of like surgeries or?
Oh no, this seems like a very healthy puppy.
So yeah, he's just gonna sort of stare at it right in the eyes and just sort of like gives it like a death glare.
It stares back uncaringly.
This puppy has some balls.
It looks at its nose.
Yeah, Vane will just sort of say, "I don't appreciate my friends getting scammed," before just sort of straightening his back and turning back to wait for the guy to get back.
Yeah, good old Hemming like comes back in, just like has like a little cart of books. They like sits on the counter. Here you are. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Anything to do with the occult or anything of that sort, magical.
Let's see. He looks for the books.
Well, we have the Demon's Guide. Let's see, what would you...
Asshole's Guide to Necromancy. Revive your
Yeah.
enemy's grandmother to beat their own ass.
Oh, this is a great one. This is about the demon that haunts children's dreams.
Yeah, let's see. We have we have a cookbook written by a very famous necromancer, the Necronomicon.
Nice.
He flips through a few more books. We have a demon field guide to demonology. I hear it is very outdated, but I do not know this. He looks for it. The All Rising, All Risen. A little bit of a very old book there, but very rare, very rare book. He sets it aside. And well, most of the others seem to be no fiction of some sort.
How much for the demonology book?
Demonology book says
Is there a romance book with a buff tiefling on the cover?
You're good, man.
for this one is
Actually,
very
those would be a
popular. We
thing,
say 80 gold.
Do you mind if I look to see if it's too outdated for my liking?
Oh, please
You're good.
do. Yep. Make that check with disadvantage.
Does
Would
this
that
look like a
be-
fucking library?
That be
You open it, you
history
bought it.
or arcana?
Yeah, roll me a history check.
History. Disadvantage. That'd be a 11.
Yeah, you flip through it and you don't see anything too blaringly obvious. Any little book has categories of demons by layer, all the subcategories, a few famous demon lords in there and whatnot.
I'll just after quickly flipping through a couple random pages, I would pay 50 for it.
Roll me a persuasion check. Yep.
The book's only worth 10 gold.
Could I use the inspiration to negate the disadvantage, or...
If you'd like to, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I just wanted to see if that was an option. So how would that work? Would I do that before deciding the roll, looking at the rolls?
You get to choose when you use that inspiration die whenever the fuck you want.
Okay, but I'm just wondering how that works. Do I roll what it would be?
It'd be like you would cancel out the disadvantage and just roll once.
It would be the same thing if I walked in and gave you the 8 action. And
Okay.
he gave you disadvantage. It would just cancel out, so you take the first roll regardless.
And I'll just leave it for now then. Yeah. So that would be a 4 plus.
And it's you're normally so charismatic.
So that would be a 12. That was a 4, but it became a 12 with my charismatic.
Yeah, he just shakes his head. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a very popular book. 80 is the least I can do.
Very well, I'll pay you the 80 then.
Thank you.
This man has skinned us.
He's ripped 3 party members off.
You gotta go try it.
Rallis doesn't need anything.
Go get some oil.
He walks in. Hey, you got any cloaks?
Yeah, there you go.
I love how much effort we've put into trying to beat this stupid fucking pop.
No. He said he didn't have all the notes ready. This is helping both of us out. This is entertaining, and not too story in depth. I don't think.
So yeah, Vane will just sort of take it, and as soon as the transaction's done, he just starts walking out.
Have a wonderful afternoon.
And he just... And right as he's about to walk out, maybe you should make sure that dog doesn't yip as much. It's not good for its vocal cords. And then he just walks out the door.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, silly pop-up. And
Just this innocent pet owner with the dog. It's I don't know.
yeah, he's not the asshole. The dog is. But yeah, you head back out, and you know what? Alice, it's been a while for you. What were you been up to?
He wants to just go up and meet up with fucking everyone. He's just been standing there as everyone's been walking into this
I was about to
damn
say,
store.
just been twiddling your thumbs.
Like, he would have walked up to Caleb and pretty much just relayed all the information he got. Well, all the important information about, what they don't have over here with Silver Torrens Bliss and everything. He wouldn't have said much about his, about the
your backstory
soldiers.
wasn't relevant to that.
Just kind of hey, there's a bunch of soldiers from where I'm from that came here to help out this side. So they're hanging around trying to help stop the plague.
Right. And then Vane emerges from this accursed store.
For real, 80 gold shorter than when he walked in. I want to put it, it's gotten higher every time.
The only thing Rouse would walk in there for is a cloak, which he has extra at home. He just hasn't gone back there yet, so...
But Rallis wouldn't find it strange that 3 party members walked into the store and all felt like they got gypped but weren't sure
You know what?
why.
I have a quick question here. Solid question for Vane specifically. You use magic. By chance, you wouldn't happen to have a spell that puts people to sleep, would you?
I do not.
Anything that might put someone unconscious, maybe not necessarily asleep?
Does burning them to death count?
They're
Can I
no longer
insight Caleb?
conscious.
Rouse wants to know what the fuck you're doing. What you're planning.
Big would be out here at this time. What is this?
Are you planning to drug the dog?
Or the shopkeep?
Well, to be honest, no, actually.
Huh.
But I am planning on getting something out of this damn town.
Are you trying to steal? Are you going to try to steal the Gatling
The
gun?
Gatling gun.
Look, if you want if you want that gun, Rallis is going to look the other way for you. But if you're going to attack people here, Rallis is not for that.
I'm
One
a
here has to get
alchemist.
hurt.
Can I make a sleep potion?
Just say you already haven't.
Like, could I roll for that or
Look,
try?
if anything, we're the victims here. 3 of us just got gypped.
What the fuck are you doing?
I figure
You probably need a recipe for it if you want to make a sleep potion. But
But I could learn them.
you could theoretically learn one, yeah.
No, but Vane just sort of thinking about what you might be doing, just sort of hands you the demonology book, just like very forcefully, just like puts it on your chest. Maybe spend your time doing something useful and learning a bit more about what could be threatening your entire country. And just sort of walks over to Rallis. So where are we heading now?
He's going to pick up. I assume one of them. Who would have the map?
Of us, probably you or Vane, right?
Probably Rallis.
I was about to say, Ross is a bit of a courier. He'd probably be the...
Yeah,
Also,
hold on
you
to
have
it, I
like
guess.
military experience reading maps.
Rallis, I guess we'll pull out his back pocket or whatever.
Do we have a map of this town?
We have a map of
The general
the
area.
general thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That would have been useful to buy in the shop.
Also, Caleb, you now have a demonology book.
so
What, Caleb? Do you flip through it at all?
You know what? I'm going to start reading it the moment he hands it to me. Let's start from the beginning, shall we?
Oh, yeah, you see a really neat passage close to the front. Bone Devils, the most dangerous demon.
Huh. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. Yeah, that looks like it'd be kind of shitty to fight.
Yeah.
Alright.
Starts talking about how poisonous they are.
I feel like
yeah.
it could probably kick your ass, right?
Don't let them stab you in the carotid artery with the
So,
tail.
to decipher how far we need to go, what do I have to roll?
Where are you going?
He wants to
Over-
find Saladin, I guess.
That's the direction of Saladin.
You just, all that the divination told you was he was in this section of town.
Well,
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what we're here for.
yeah.
Would you
Caleb
believe
gets a
me?
one-track mind.
Would you believe me if I told you this was more important?
Well, first we're gonna
We
have
need to kill some. Sorry.
We're gonna have to start figuring out where he could have gone.
I don't think we're very popular in this town.
Rouse looks up, opens his mouth, is about to say something. Stops. Caleb, take the giant. Vane, come with me. You guys go see if you can find some shadier people and see what might have happened.
This is a different pairing, yeah. We've got Velma and Scooby.
Yeah, I'm keeping you alive right now.
Yeah, walk into the military camp of ex-giant slayers.
Alongside one that they will probably still side with them.
Yeah, like if it came down to it.
Like if it came down to it right now, Oralis would probably just side with them.
Yeah, you just wonder here if Rallis is an engineer or not. He's engineering his fucking limit.
I'd say you saw Oralis go talk to other Dragonborn and had a very positive nature. You probably already put together that, he stopped to make sure he doesn't have the giant, because the giant would die. The others would have to roll
We did put our
insight
two
for that.
DPS together, though.
Yeah. Well, preferably you guys won't be in a fight,
Ideally.
but we also had the two stealthy characters together, so...
All right, then, come along, Big.
Indeed.
Give us some time to talk.
Yes, I don't believe we've spoken at length.
So, start off with Caleb and Big. Where exactly are you looking or investigating at all?
Well, shady is a bit relative, but if we had to get... first things first, let's check some alleyways.
You do have your rogue stuff that helps you find shit. Thieves can.
Oh, yes, that's right.
It
Duh.
gives you the ability to look for more roguish stuff.
Like somebody would have marked areas good for various things.
Yeah, my mind is just one track today, like Rodney said.
Kill the dog, kill the dog, kill the dog, kill the dog. What?
Like,
Who left that running in the background?
the best part about this pairing is, logically speaking, Big should go with Rallis because they're probably the best suited for what Rallis needs to get, and you two are the more evil inclined, even though I think you're neutral. So,
Okay, in that case...
No, believe me, I feel the focus thing. Big time.
So yeah, you guys start to split up. You see Noose just going around.
Who has Noose? I guess us?
Yeah, he's just kind of doing his own thing. He's like going around, holding up the book, trying to ask people if seen anything about it or things like that. While you guys are doing this. Also, people at home, yes, I do remember the NPCs. I'm just trying not to make sure they don't overpower anything, because the NPCs are annoying if they're done wrong. And I think I do a good job of it, but I don't want to be a narcissist about it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, so first things first, we're going to just check around the town again, and we're going to start looking for anything that relates to, or that resembles thieves' cant. So, symbols that thieves would generally want to use to communicate to one another.
Good mugging here. Over there.
hidden
Good mugging over
passages
here,
and
too.
other things.
And we're going to communicate that, of course, to Noose is with us, right? You said? As well?
No, he said Noose is vibing on his own.
No, he's just on his own doing
Yeah,
his
he's just
thing.
like doing his own. He's like showing the book to people.
He
seeing
shows
if,
the
like,
book and then T-poses to assert dominance.
And then you see in Thieves' Can on this wall, Caracles shat upon this wall.
Anyway.
I was actually going to say we might have a problem describing it. You have prestidigitation. Caleb's a decent artist.
Yes, I do have to draw blueprints after all. Anywho, yeah, so we're going to, of course, tell Big. We're going to teach him a little bit on reading basic thieves' cant. And this is where Caleb's past is going to finally start coming into some use, because when he was younger, he had to start dealing with a bit shadier dealings in order to keep his business afloat. So we're going to investigate.
Yeah.
Well, shit, it has been.
Yeah, don't you have advantage on stuff like that with investigation or insight?
It's insight. God damn it.
You actually might not have to roll. Let me look at Rogue. Look, I played like 7 rogues. I've never used this ability, so
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
so just looking around town, are there any clear alleyways or shadier looking parts? Just just openly objectifying and judging the people based on how they appear.
Also, if Big's there, he can help you.
There are a few alleyways. There's the one canopy. There's one sort of canopy set up in an alleyway, and you do see a few odd etchings around it. But it could just be like normal wear and tear on the walls. Just like a little light canopy with a bunch of smoke rising from it. You see a few groups of what seem like gamblers, like rolling dice in an alleyway, things like that.
And I don't have my staff, do I?
Nope. Left those at the door.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't say anything about having to roll. It just says you understand all the hidden marks and everything that people would point out. Probably not investigation. It's probably more perception since that's eyesight based.
Okay.
But either way, a natural one is a natural one. Just if you tell him what you're looking for, he could probably just give you the 8.
Well,
action.
it was a 2.
Well,
Still. Anyways, yeah, so I'm going to just give a very basic idea on what to look for when you're trying to find thieves' cant symbols anywhere within a city. You basically just have to look for something that's not obviously with meaning, so that way nobody would ask. So that way nobody that you don't want to read it would ask questions. And they could be on anything: barrels strewn around, doorways, anything.
I guess I'll show him the canopy thing.
And as you look around the canopy, you do see signs of thieves' cant.
Just like that. Good eye. So we're gonna head that way.
You want to read the message?
Yes. I'm assuming I have to get close to it first.
You get close and you just see a message saying "scroll" and like a bunch of arrows. And as you approach the canopy, you hear a faint whirring sound, like almost like metal being polished.
Odd noise.
Might have to bring. I can't speak.
Might have to
sorry.
bring Thibblethip sometime.
Yeah, totally. Get him a polish.
You know how he loves polish. He says it does things to him.
Anyway, we'll find the source of the work.
The whirring seems to be coming from under the canopy, so you lift open the flap a little bit. And as you look in, you see a bit of a strange sight. There's first off, there's a bit of an older dragonborn man, sort of laying down. You look over his back and you see many golden scales. A good few of them with strange draconic writing sort of etched into them, sort of almost like tattoos of a sort, as they're being sort of burrowed into the scales without a needle. Speaking of, you see a new one being added by a small goblin, just sort of sitting on a stool nearby, He looks at a hand where he has some sort of symbols scrawled on it.
Ho, friend.
Ho, be with you in bits with client now.
No problem. Are you familiar with this practice, Caleb?
Tattooing. Or do I
Can
have
you read
to?
the symbols?
I'd say just sort of
Well, they're all in Draconic, right?
they're
I can't read Draconic.
Yeah, they're not draconic,
Yeah, that's what.
but,
That was just it.
you have heard of similar things for races races that don't have traditional fleshy skin. They'll have instead of tattoos, they'll have symbols etched into their scales instead.
Oh, so it's etching.
Yeah. But soon enough, the dragonborn makes his way out and is just sort of adjusting his jacket a bit. So he looks over toward you. You're not from this town.
You're right, I'm not. But we are here for a purpose. We're actually looking for somebody. Someone by the name of Saladin. Have you heard of him?
Saladin. You could say that.
What's your price?
I'm sorry?
I know how this works. You have information, you want money for it.
Caleb, let's try just speaking with him. So you have heard of Saladin then? Are you an ally of his, or?
No. I'm not an ally of Saladin's.
Right, sensing the hostility a bit, yes. We have, neither are we have reason to believe he's in this town, and we're trying to stop him before anything gets too out of hand.
What makes you think he's in this town?
We have a, what's that called? What's
Scryer.
Yeah, we have a scryer who, located him here. But we couldn't narrow down the
Scryer,
exact
you
spot.
say.
Yes,
What item did he use?
it was a... Can I roll intuition?
You mean insight?
Yeah, insight.
Insight? For what reason?
Just making sure the guy's not, I don't know, sketchy.
Looking for a general mood?
Yeah, make
like
an
if there's
insight
any
check.
clear hostility here, or like what it's directed towards.
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
10.
That Dragonborn is indeed a Dragonborn.
Yep.
You don't really get a vibe of like... This man is very hard to read. As you get like a better look at him, you see he's like has like a very formal military jacket on. He has like a very stern look to his face, and you actually see bits of metal sort of like poking on his face, almost like cosmetic bits. And
Out of context, out of story. This is Mindex, I'm assuming.
who knows?
Yeah. Anyway.
And
Mhm.
yeah, he just like
We had a journal of his.
a journal.
Yes.
Was it a small black book detailing all of his victims in explicit detail,
I
such as
never-
race, rage, and class?
I never got to read it myself, but it was a small black journal.
I don't think any of you got to read it.
No, but I did see it.
Didn't someone describe the contents to us? I could have sworn it was...
He read
I
it
mean,
to
Rallis
himself.
would have told you a general overview.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid your and my hunt is a bit off then. That journal is mine.
Oh,
My name is Mendak Skila, general of this area. And that is my book of evidence I've been compiling against this fellow.
huh.
I'm afraid your scryer directed you towards me and not your targets.
Damn it.
Then he might still be in Bleakstone.
I fear that's the case.
Well, I suppose we could always use a +1 on these.
What, since we're already here, and we're heading back, do you want to accompany us to Bleakstone then? Or if you're the general here, as depending on how high of a priority this is, would you be willing to help us?
Unfortunately, I am needed here to attend to my people.
I understand.
But if there is anything this town can do to aid you in this hunt, well, or if anything, if Saladin is your foe, you shall have our assistance.
Thank you. Rallis might be a better person to ask about that.
Rallis,
Yes,
silver dragonborn made of metal?
That'd be
yes.
right.
Client
Of mine, too, as well as a friend.
He's a guard of the town Bleakstone. He's kind of our leader of the group here, on the hunt anyway.
Very like him.
He's here
Well.
now if, by chance, you wish to talk to him.
We can give you your journal back if you wish as well.
I'd appreciate it. But no need to rush things. You never know. He's quite a resourceful fellow. For all we know, he may come back with evidence even I missed. But in the meantime, I have a fine wine that I keep in my office for guests. Would you care to join me?
Absolutely.
I don't drink, but I would sit and speak with you.
Ah, more than fair. Well, you like drink juice?
Yes.
Ah, I have juice.
Well, thank you.
For the children that come by.
I'd imagine it's probably, yeah, for his kids or grandkids or something.
Ah, yeah, you see him walking away, and as you do, you see something a bit reminiscent of Rallis, as with every step it's followed by metallic clanging. And you see that this man's legs and tail are completely metallic.
Oh.
This guy knows Rallis. What do you know about Rallis that pertains to Big?
Oh boy. Yeah.
No, don't think I didn't think of that. This could be Big's last meal here.
If only you had another person that knows Rallis very well that might be able to roll something.
Or is this where we fade to black, or...
If you would like to make a check, you may.
Please do.
What's the check for?
It would be insight.
Insight thing.
You should roll insight on him.
I am.
Because you know Rallis very well.
Oh, that's a 19.
You know, some people adapt better than others, though.
Where do you think Rallis got his hatred from?
Being murdered.
27.
27? Ah, yeah, this guy gives Big a bit of an odd look, but continues walking.
Big is not used to people being polite to him, so, you know, that's pretty normal.
He was going to give you poisoned alcohol.
Anyway, so while I head up there, I'm going to immediately pull Big over to the side and say, "Don't come. Do not come. You are going to die if you follow."
Oh?
He has the same hatred for you as Rallis might.
I didn't feel him extremely friendly, but I didn't know I was in danger.
People like him know how to hide that sort of thing. Believe me. I wish I had that kind of ability.
I guess I'll stay down here then, if you feel that's better.
See if you can go and grab Rallis. Perhaps maybe the two of them might want to catch up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, while this is going on, Rallis and Vane, what have you been up to?
The buddy cop movie.
Bad cop and worse cop.
That's what I'm thinking.
Rallis would have gone back to Lucy.
Oh, shit.
To who?
Lucy.
Ah, yeah, you go back and you see the your new Dragonborn friend just sort of like going back to drills, like, all right, so if you see a giant, I know not a lot of them in this part of town, and well, the ones who are know how to behave themselves. Yeah, 'cause you whipped their asses up north. Hey, don't flatter me yet.
You know just how to talk to me, son.
But you see a giant. Go up, under the chin. Got a soft spot there. If that doesn't work, down, center of the chest, where the heart is. Alright, so...
That doesn't work. You've died.
Yeah. Same tactics will work on the beasts here, so get practicing. And hears you approaching, turns. Anything else I can help you out with?
Actually, yeah. We're looking for someone. And he's gonna turn whatever side Vane's on, motion to him. This is Vane, an ally of mine.
Huh.
Vane will just raise his hand up and just with a swirl of magic just create with his prestidigitation, just like an image of Saladin.
Looking for this one-armed elf named Saladin. Well, he has two arms, but one of them is not attached.
But to say one of them isn't his.
Yeah.
He kneels down. Huh. Well, last time I saw this guy, he had two arms. But I recognize him, yeah.
Yeah, he lost the other one when he met me.
Do you have the arm just on your shoulder now? You just, yeah. You lost
Just
the
back
other one.
scratcher.
If you need a better reference, this is what his arm looks like.
When it's cooked.
This is what his arm used to look like. Now it's jerky.
No, I do not have
Bites
the
off
goddamn
finger.
arm.
No, you gave it to Noose, who did something. I don't think we've seen it since he used it to divine his
No, he-
location.
He couldn't,
He had it
or
again.
like
He couldn't use it a second time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we've seen it since the first time.
No, he had it the second time, and he just
Yeah.
couldn't use it again.
Gotcha. Anyway,
Yeah, this fella. I don't know what it was. He was in town for a few months, I think. They're real good at wrangling up the beasts. He had himself a little group of followers. But I'm pretty sure it was all an act. It's not an act, but he was part of the army when we were heading around Hound and joined with the Albaics. We got into town. It was fine for first few months, but well, he snapped one day, and well, he announced he was gone by stringing up a good few of us on the fence line. Got my kid sister and good few others who didn't never hurt a soul.
nice. I can almost hear the, choking back tears. That was pretty good.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that.
Not as sorry he's gonna be when we drag him back in here and hang him until he's dead.
That's if I don't get to him first. But
You're both beautiful.
Rauza is gonna actually pull out the journal. We found his journal a little while ago. How long ago did he leave?
He would have been 7 months ago or so. I think he was laying low. We sent out a group to go after him. He hesitates for a second and looks towards you. Roder, the fella you found in the sewers. He was one of the men we sent out. General sent that journal with him. Said that if we couldn't manage to get him back here for execution, one the fella hung, and for every single crime of his to be read off to him. But well, they didn't bring him back, and they never returned.
Well, I don't know what happened to all the people you sent out. I know at least a few of them we probably find the sewers. But we got on his trail when he attacked a farm outside the neutral zone. Killed most of an entire family.
Jesus.
So, luckily the youngest survived, and well, we found her grandfather in the sewers, but he's chained up and well
And she has a real knack for the occult.
infected. So
Jeez.
we're kind of in the hurry to get a cure for him.
You and the rest of the world.
He's gonna turn over to Vane. What all do you still have of Saladin's things?
Only thing I have right now is, or had, was his sword that he had used.
Okay. I am gonna turn and relay where his base was when we found him. Tell him a truncated story, leaving out the giant. Because right now he's more useful to Rallis alive than dead. Because
Wait till I walked up. Oh, hey, Rallis.
right now, we'll see.
Oh, hey, Rallis, I got us matching t-shirts. This one says I'm with Stupid. You can have it if you want. I know but you like to give me a hard time.
But, yeah. So he's going to turn. Where was he staying when he was here?
When I was here, well, bit of a rough story there. If you're here, I suppose you met Chance outside?
Yeah.
Well, the two of them stuck up in the guard tower. Supposedly they were friends for, a bit, but, Chance took it real hard when he just, you know.
Well, it's probably a good thing we didn't tell him Saladin's name then. But I'm guessing we're probably also not going to find too much of his stuff left up there. No clues left to know where he may have gone.
I find it unlikely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Chance was always a short-tempered fella. As soon as everything came out about him, he loaded everything into a big barrel of gunpowder, and all you saw his gun. So
It's not super useful, but I don't know. Maybe Caleb knows more about gunpowder than I do, so maybe he can figure something out. But
yeah, and while you're saying that, Big, you walk over and see Rallis chatting with another Dragonborn.
you were also just told that the Dragonborn that Rallis knows will probably want to kill you.
Yeah. This occurred to Big when Caleb told him, hey, go to the Dragonborn, like, army camp where Rallis is hanging out. But, you know, Big tries to be helpful, so...
You should roll insight.
That's a 12.
Against Rallis' 5. You realize that Rallis sent you with Caleb because he was trying not to get you killed? In that one moment, just... Oh.
Well, Big doesn't have his staff, so just putting on his friendly face and trying to look amicable. Do I need to roll to look amicable?
No, I wouldn't say so.
And just quietly, you know, try to not stand out too much. Walk up, Rallis.
Yeah, good old Luciet, looks over. Oh, hey,
Why, hello, sir. Big gives a slight bow.
you lost, or what are you doing here?
Is he reaching for a sword?
No.
No.
No, I'm actually here with, Vane and Rallis here.
Ah, gotcha. Well, welcome to town. If you, he seems to be just like blinking a bit incredulously. Then, he just goes back to training the men.
I apologize if I was interrupting something.
As he starts to turn, Rallis will say, in his slightly more annoyed tone, just he's behaving and helping our side with a cure. But there's that he's still not happy about it. I got my eye on him.
Keep both of them on him, he says, back in Draconic.
Yeah. He'll respond in Draconic, trust me, if he steps out of line, I won't hesitate.
I can't wait at the end. Turns out Big spoke Draconic, knew the entire time.
No, but yeah, as you all are talking, Vane, whenever you're done, Vane just like, do you mind all not talking like weird lizard people for 5 minutes? The rest of us would like to actually have the conversation.
I mean, that was the only thing Rallis said in Draconic, so...
Yeah, but...
Please get the fuck out safely. I didn't realize what I was doing. I didn't know I was about to send him possibly to death.
Yeah. But Vane's also just gonna look over to the to the other Dragonborn, just say, "No, your people, you passed by Vexia on your way down to Albion, didn't you?"
Ah, Vexia.
The creepy one.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
The one
They
with
clearly didn't go to Vexia. Vane at this point is like, yep.
Morales doesn't know anything about Vexia. Is it between these?
I
Kusan?
specifically looked at the map. Yes, it is.
I looked at
Sort
that
of.
map for like 30 seconds.
It's the territory that Vexia is
I
in.
looked over the map too, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Yeah, you people at home can't see this, sorry, but it's like there's the mountains up north where they
Put
live,
the map in.
and there's
Yeah,
like
if I
a
can
bit of a
remember.
peninsula down, and Vexia is like one side, like on the coastlands.
Yeah, Vexia isn't like on the
So
coastline.
you could have walked if they went along the coastline. They would have. If they went like through the woods, they wouldn't have.
Vane's just like gonna say it's one of the coastal towns about halfway from here to your homeland. We had a few of your kind who had decided to stop by.
They were skinned for their meat.
Oh, yeah, I remember that place now. Play a big town, lots of fish.
Yeah, lots of.
That's how Vane's used to hearing it described, I'm sure.
Yeah, Vane's just sort of like blinking eyes, like, well, I've never heard it described as that before, but
You're not wrong, but you're not right.
that's not the usual. But yeah, Vane's just like, yeah, it's the one with the cult people in it. We've had quite a few of your people who have decided to live there for now.
Huh. Well, good on them.
Yes, they've seemed to be quite good, and if you all here are as good as them, then this part of town will be in good hands.
Well,
Vane went out of his way to compliment someone.
he just kind of smiles. Well, all due respect. Their fellows living outside of Kusan, they're not quite as good as us. 'Cause we stick by our home. He like gives himself a little pound on the chest.
Well, unfortunately, this doesn't look much like Kusan either.
Well. Yeah.
You're right.
I realize the irony as I said it, yeah, but, that's different,
I love this. That was great.
Yes, although I think they're let me see. Can I roll to see if I know another, like, military group that might have stopped by Vexia? Because, like, there's Rallis's group here. Would I be able to roll just to see if I know any of the other groups that may have stopped in Vexia? Or, like, what their symbol at least looked like?
Sure. Yeah, roll me a history check.
Just like a 9.
9? Yeah, from what you remember, there wasn't really like one specific symbol that stood out. It seemed like it wasn't really like a unified group that came down. It was like a lot of Tuvexia. It was like a lot of different veterans.
Yeah, I don't recall there being any specific units or anything. It looked like a pretty big mishmash after all the chaos that happened up north, from what I hear, but...
Yeah. For like a good few months there, like no one really knew which way was up, or, final stages of the war, the Giants pulled out the, not the big guns, but the bigger guns, and,
All their guns was big. These was
Yeah.
bigger.
and, wasn't too uncommon for a squad to be almost completely wiped out, or, for there to be only one survivor.
Yes, the mountains near us have a few giants living in them that are annoying, but nothing like what happened up north.
Well, for the sake of everyone in your pretty city, I sincerely hope it stays that way.
Well, you're the first one to think it pretty.
I got an eye for these things.
And just in Infernal, Vane will just whisper like a quick prayer, like, may the dark sun return you to your home. And then turn to Rallis. Anything else?
I guess while you were having that conversation, Rallis would have actually turned to you, annoyed. Didn't I send you with Caleb?
Again, yes, and sorry if I was interrupting something. Didn't mean to. We ran into a fellow down there that said he knew you. Doesn't seem to be rare, I can tell now. But, this fellow...
Can you move your mic a little bit closer?
Yeah.
You're not speaking into it.
But, this fellow, he did tell me his name, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This fellow named, Mindex, he wanted... I believe he wouldn't mind speaking with you. He offered to, give us assistance in hunting down Saladin, who isn't in this city and might still be in Bleakstone. So we might have messed up.
At that, Interconic Rouse is going to mumble something. And I guess that's about the time you'll do it. I've got someone to go, talk to.
All right.
So, you're gonna have to lead the way because Rouse doesn't know where.
Yeah, so are you following Tufan then?
Well, I'm not just gonna stand here like a jerk.
You
I
seem
will,
to be like talking to a loose shit over here.
If Lucita was paying attention to Rallis, he specifically interconic mumbled, "You're still alive." Just, and you're
Big thought he was cussing.
Mendax met Big and didn't kill him. What the fuck happened?
So on the way, it turns out that journal belonged to Mindax instead of Saladin, and it was his list of Saladin's crimes, not Saladin's personal list.
Yeah, put that together.
But as the three of you approach, you kind of see Mindax just sitting cross-legged on a chair, like pouring a glass of fine wine, just like sort of labeled in a bit of draconic for Caleb. Now, make sure you drink this slow. You can't exactly get more of it, so gotta savor it. Like sets it to one side.
You're about to get, what is it, Princess Brided?
About to get fucked up.
You fool! You fell for one of the classic blunders.
One of these has poison in it, the other one doesn't.
Plot twist of the episode. Dragonborn are Sicilian.
No, this poison-
Sicilian to a game of the mind.
This poison will specifically only kill those with giant's blood.
By the way, it was never important for specifically what type of Dragonborn for Rouse's backstory. What color is Mindax for everyone?
Gold.
There you guys go.
Generic. It makes sense, though.
I thought...
Are his prosthetics gold?
Huh?
Do his prosthetics match his scales, like color-wise?
Oh no, they're like silver.
Apparently you can get them any color.
I mean, Rouse's are just carbon black.
But you guys approach and you see Mendax just like taking a small sip of wine. Like sets it down and stands. Rallis, like holds out his hands very warmly. It's been a while.
Rouse is very naturally just going to walk up General and stand in a soldier pose. His usual.
At attention.
Yeah, at attention.
He was clearly going in for like a hug or something, but yeah, way to be professional.
Son, you don't take orders from me anymore. You don't have to do that.
He'll catch himself and he'll awkwardly give him the hug he was looking for.
I swear. I was wondering whatever happened to you, friend. I didn't see you around, and I figured a fellow like you'd probably stick out a bit back home, but good to see you're still around. Still doing alright.
Yeah, well, after being discharged, it was kind of hard to stick around, no longer fitting in.
At this point, Mindex is like, look down, lad. None of us fit in anymore.
Well, Ronnie literally stole my line, but thank you. Jackass.
I learned from the best. Take
No,
that
just say it
however you
anyway.
want.
We can edit it out and post.
Yeah, now say it. Come on.
You can
Give it
take
its
whatever.
magic.
Look down, lad. None of us sit around anymore. He, taps the ground with a metallic toe.
Yeah, well, it's easier for you and the others to pretend.
While they're talking, can I take a moment to like take a look around the room?
Sure.
And I don't mean like, and mostly just like from darting around with my eyes and stuff. I don't mean like physically walking around and start meddling with this dude's stuff.
yeah.
That'd be kind of rude. Investigation check. Yeah. 7 plus a 3, so 13.
Yeah, as you look around, you see a few odd things, like it's not exactly like an upscale office that you guys are in, but it's not bad, but it seems a bit more well kept together. You see on the guy's desk, there's like a very big jar filled with a lot of the rectangular slips of paper you noticed right from earlier. Yeah, there's also a case full of various vials and needles, oddly enough.
Oh.
And yeah, as you look around the room, you see a few old trophies. There's like a sword up on one part of the wall, engraved with draconic lettering all across it. Or there's sort of a area filled with sketches of various different dragonborn in different states. One being a fresh-faced young soldier just putting on a bit of an oversized hat. The other being like a fellow smiling with lots of broken teeth and a patch over one eye, things like that. Jeez.
That's actually pretty cool.
Ah, yeah.
Do I by chance see any of the wine he was pouring earlier?
Well, you had some in a cup.
Oh, I haven't drank any yet.
No, but you can try it.
He has left the bottle on the table, at least.
You down it. Let's go. Let's see what he does.
I'd actually like to see if I can use my eye for detail to see if there are any clues about it.
Like
Which
age
is-
or...
Maybe. See if there's anything off about any of the bottles that might have been used. Maybe something different.
I think the poison thing was a joke, but...
You're welcome to check.
Absolutely not. Mendax would have poisoned you.
Yeah, but I wasn't drinking it.
Anyway, so this is a... Or investigation. Okay. Yeah.
Also, this is like right in the middle of this like tattoo parlor, right? They're having their reunion.
No.
Oh.
No, they're
We're
in his
in-
office.
An office.
Oh, his office is down here, and he had the goblin come up and do it then? Or-
Non-nat 20.
He went down to the goblin's office, and they're in his office now.
Oh, okay.
I assume you're still not. You wouldn't have come into this office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, that's. I was trying to figure out where I was in relation to this.
As much as Rel still doesn't really like you, he would have at least said, "Don't follow me."
Yeah, no, well, Big
Don't.
got that from Caleb.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you observe it, you guys you don't see too much odd about it. Like the bottle seems a bit scratched, like it's a bit older, and the label seems to have been excuse me. The label seems a bit odd almost. It seems as though it was more pasted on with fairly low quality materials. But you do see an image sort of like over top of it of what seems to be almost a caricature of Mendax himself, like a seemingly with his mouth open and flame forming.
Mendex is fire whiskey.
All right, then.
But yeah, nothing too
fire
suspicious
wine.
about it. Well, in any case, reunions later. Like sits back down. So, Saladin, what do you know?
He's going to relay all of it. Just again, still. Actually, no. He's going to relay all of it in Draconic. That way, he can also say, stuff about. I know you met that giant. In that very, I don't like him, but
We can make him disappear.
he is he's more useful to me alive right now than dead.
I understand. It can be tricky with everything they took from us, but well, he like scratches the side of his head a bit awkwardly. No, there's no need to talk about that right now. In any case,
it's been helping us slowly start to make a cure. In my last week of travels, we managed to find a medicine called Silvertarn's Bliss. It's helping put off the effects, nearly stopping them.
oh really?
Yeah. It's a druid concoction. We haven't found much, but
Druids.
the neutral zone's main doctor has notes to possibly make more. Once we decipher them all, I will gladly bring you a copy of that.
Well, that would be helpful. I'll pass it on to that damn little dreamer in the tower. She has more her side of things. But this is good information. It seems like you don't know anything about the Saladin that we don't already. Well,
If possible, I would like to get any and all cure research this side's had.
well, afraid that's not up to me. There's
Yeah, Doctors Without Borders, my ass.
yeah, I'm the general. I handle the defense of the area and the day-to-day management. But the leader of those doctors, they're in charge of any plague research or handling any of the infected. And well, they're not too keen on sharing.
I assume we're sitting at a table during this conversation.
Yeah, like sitting at his desk.
Rouse is going... During this time, he's probably just clicking his nails on the table, or desk. Almost as if he wants to ask something, but he's gonna slightly cock his head, landing on the bottle. And I assume Rouse knows a bit about this with him and alcohol.
Yes and no. Like during the war, Menax often joked that when there were no more enemies to fight, he was going to start a winery. But you do see that this bottle has like a caricature of his face on it.
He's gonna drop back into common. Finally start up that business.
Heartfire wine sells like hotcakes.
Would Caleb have drunk this before?
Did you drink it yet?
He's got a point. Look, the alcohol helps, okay? Back off. I can quit when I want.
Roll me a history check if you want to.
My next character can't.
Uh-oh. Alright, 6 plus... But you'd think I'd be able to find this a lot faster. It's a 9.
15.
Yeah, it's like you haven't really heard it. You haven't really had it before, but you've heard of it vaguely from like traders up north, where it's a bit more common, being a bit closer to the actual base of operations. But yeah, you haven't had it before.
Neat, so Caleb is just going to take a drink from his flask. And because he wears the amulet of the drunkard, he gets healed slightly. Okay, the reality is that it's like 4d4 plus 4. But I mean, like, any amount that I roll on that is going to be... he's going to put me back to 60, so...
So where is Big during this?
I don't know. Where is Big during this?
I'm still not sure exactly where we are.
I would hope to God you left the camp.
That's what I'm saying, like, so they're doing their thing in his office, and I'm in, like, a manor, lobby area part, or
Are you just like waiting outside?
that's what I was.
I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do, yeah.
Wouldn't want to intrude on their moment.
He's just talking to Vane. So, nice weather we're having.
Yeah, what are you doing, Vane, during this?
Vane's not doing much of anything. This ain't his conversation.
So I'm saying, like, would you be in the room with them then, or out here with
Probably.
me? Okay, then I'm out here exploring.
He's just brooding.
But since we hadn't established this, Caleb's just going to go. The fuck did you get here? No.
But yeah. Then Nex just sort of like nods a bit. Well, yeah, like stands up slowly and then like reaches a hand across the table. If you need any assistance, we'll be here. I only have one condition.
Yeah.
Once this plague is over, you're coming back up north with me. I'm never leaving a soldier behind again. You got me?
I knew it.
Rallis, he has already taken his hand, but opens his mouth. There's not much left back there for me.
There's a whole winery back up there for you.
If only I could drink it.
We'll work on it.
Come on.
He's going to stand up, start trying to leave and stop, turn back. Again, there's very much a question he wants to ask, but he just stops and leaves the room.
Take care, Alice.
You too.
And
Just sitting there in a chair, sipping wine.
could I
He's
help
just drinking
you
from the bottle
anymore?
now.
Or,
Oh wait, no. Did you ever taste it?
No.
Yeah, no. He's sitting there with a cup of that shit in his hand and then drinking out of his flask.
Vane's just gonna sigh, just
That's-
sort of reach over, grab the cup and down. the
Yeah,
whole
like that's
thing like a shot.
disrespectful.
See, he has
shit
the
right
better
there.
constitution out of the both of us.
fair,
Yeah, but
fair.
if it poisons you, you will also heal.
See, that's what I was thinking of doing.
Yeah. Like, oh, I wonder what this does with this medallion.
Roll me a con save real quick, Tristan.
This is dragonborn wine.
But I was also trying to debate on, is this now metagaming? I really don't know, because I'm really trying not to do that.
No, you're good, man. Your character knows they have the necklace.
Here's the thing: if it's funny, do it.
18.
Yeah, this is a very tasty, sweet beverage. Has a nice plum-like aftertaste. You can practically taste the mountain mist. And it almost has like a cooling effect over you. For the next 8 hours, you gain resistance to fire damage.
Shit.
Or if you already have resistance to fire damage, you gain an immunity to fire damage.
What?
So it's resistance.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you already had resistance to it.
No. I
He's
ignore
not
people's resistance.
a demon.
I pierce the resistance. I don't have the resistance.
No.
I am the resistance.
Once upon a time, that would have given Rallis immunity to fire.
Heat metal.
Yeah, after taking the shot and putting the cup down, Vane just sort of closes his eyes, sort of lean his head back. That's quite good. I can taste plums and feels like I'm near home where the mountains are.
Glad to hear. Do tell your friends. Once this plague is over, I'll have a business to run, you know.
Yeah, I can give you a lot of business there. Should have seen the tab I had to pay off earlier back over at the neutral zone.
Yes. Back home in Vexia, I believe the merchants there would be quite interested in shipping it off.
I'll keep that in mind.
And then Vane will get up and head out.
Pleasure meeting you, sir.
And you as well.
Off we go then.
Yeah. And so, as our group of adventurers make their way out of the out of the quarantine zone of Old Bleakstone, they feel a slight bit of annoyance at having been led in the wrong direction, but an odd sense of accomplishments at having made new allies that day, or in the case of a slightly more light-hearted Rallus, reconnected with old ones. We will pick up here next time, so thank you all at home for joining us.